Good evening, everyone. Once again, today we'll continue with over RCT2, or if you prefer, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Well, we did this last week, and I must say I quite enjoyed the game, despite the fact that I haven't played it in years, until I noticed that it was a thing, basically. So yeah, we're going to continue with that. We're going to continue with the exact same save as we ended with last. A good question which one that was. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Simply because I remember this coaster. This looping roller coaster, apparently. Once again, we are not going to play for the objective. I'm still trying to figure out what an efficient way is to do that. But instead, in this save we are focusing a little bit more on, well, let's say, making a nice environment and making a profit, than that we necessarily working on the objective. Or at least that's the plan. So last week we started out with pretty much a discovery that two of those magic carpets really generate a lot of money, and along with that we made some a little bit of scenery. I'm not a pro at scenery, but yeah, maybe I will someday. We made of course our wooden roller coaster. Like, that's something I always did, and at least I always thought that that was a clever idea. Turns out that those are, I wouldn't say bad, but in general quite horrible. In the early game, I usually borrowed a lot of money, for about 20,000 euros in my case. Built one big wooden coaster and basically live happily from that. But it turns out that that is not really as good of an investment as I thought it was. Just as we have the statistics, if we can run it for an hour, only then it will be profitable, which is quite a long time. If you compare that to those magic carpets, for example, they are profitable within half an hour. It is true that the next hour they will make less profit. I think they are a bit more useful overall. So yeah, today I hope to make quite a lot of stuff. A lot of new stuff especially. And just enlarge the overall park size. I do know that this area can be bored. Not that I'm really planning on doing so, but it is an opportunity. Still, there's a lot of space in the back here. We could make something to this dock-ish like environment. Make an extension there. But we shall see how that is going to evolve. But I think slowly but surely, a lot of balloons today, we will start pretty much what now is north, and then slowly work in south. I have no clue if this is an actual north, but I just call it the north. So let's see what we have to our disposal. Thanks coasters. They seem to be kind of the same thing. Every single time. Okay, we can start with on the back hill. Okay. That might actually make it really useful for us. So we can make quite a narrow design. It doesn't, well, necessarily doesn't need a lot of space. I do want to make it a little bit central, just a little bit. This will do. Yeah, I have some plan to loop around it, do some fancy stuff there. No clue how high to get, to be honest. You can always add a little bit more to it. What for special elements do we have? We have a helix, of course, pretty much every coaster does. And S-band, brake, booster, on-ride, photo session. Let's do that first. And then just a looping, nothing else than a loop. Okay. Isn't the end of the world, but it's a little bit let's say that I was hoping for more. Nah, we are going to make this in a different location. What? I want to start on a platform. Is that so weird? That was strange. We can also make it just go straight. And it doesn't need as much space as well. Looping around those two pathways. That's going to be a challenge, but definitely doable. And then something going up on this place. A challenge, I like a challenge. This is just the only part that I'm really concerned at. If this is doable. Oh, easily. And we can also make it a little bit deeper, I think. And I think we also need that for our entrance. I think that needs 3 spaces at least. I might be wrong. But have to lower the land first. Okay. Raise or lower the land. Oh, of course, which we are. Oh, that's a challenge now. How am I going to grab that thing? It's definitely not a nice way of doing it, but it seems to work. I'm just guessing that this will be enough. No clue. Okay, this just has to go up. Then I want to get that loop to the left. And to the right. To the right makes... Let's go one more forward. Then we have this as a loop location. Yeah, that does make a bit more sense to me. Those need to go 2 places. Should be enough. This is enough apparently, okay. I was really sure that we would have to do more to get that right. It needs to be lower, like a whole lot lower. Okay. But how low? I don't know. I'm just experimenting. Maybe this is going to be too low. I guess there's only one way to find out, but this is at the 0. Now I want them to the right side. Okay, now we need to lower a whole lot of this. And I imagine these as well. That might actually be the correct height. Let's try that before we start celebrating anything. Yes, it is the correct height. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's get this one up, up and up and up. Let's see if we can do something fancy with this hand. Or maybe not. Let's just keep it straight. We went from 18 to this. This should be enough. Now I want the entrance on this side. And the exit as well. And now comes the tricky part. Visible. I want this view. Otherwise I'm not able to do it, most likely. Okay, that does seem to work decent-ish. Let's try to make this a little bit pretty. This is going to be a challenge, I think. Let's go that corner. That corner. And there is something in between which is not behaving nicely. Okay. That's... oh, that is so Such a powerful tool that doesn't snap on straight away. Oh, that's so wonderful. Okay, another one. This time for the exit. Where are we going to move him to? Now this could be a mess. This way. Try and make it a little bit neat. Okay, but this is going to be an exit of something. I think it's handy to make that at least clear for our silly customers. That's all the settings. Continuous. Power launch. Okay. That's one I was expecting. Reverse incline launch shuttle mode. Okay. Spin left. Be increased a little bit. Fingers crossed that it works. Let's close it real quick, otherwise I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is that it's going to crash and then we can start all over again in this closure. It is going pretty fast. So we can do with one less, I imagine. Okay. Ooh, barely made it. It is fast enough, but let's add one more to it and then keep it on this. Test wide. I think that's going to be enough for it. Can get rid of our last little bit of loan, which means we are running full profit right now. Fire fuel mechanics. With those. Other stats. Well, looks medium to high. Not too bad. Not bad at all. I would say that we can ask a pretty penny for that. 6.5, maybe a bit much, but only one way to figure that out. It seems to be running just fine. Let's see, wait for full load, 3/4, the maximum of. Shall we do half a minute? Do we have a mechanic on this place? Nope. We have one of those on it. I want one mechanic on just this part of the bar. Just to make sure that there's always somebody here. Fried chicken. Okay. Get some benches and bin. Some scenery around it would be nice. Not necessary, but nice in general. It's not really much of an improvement, I think. Oh well, I tried and failed. Let's see how we are doing money-wise. 5k profit, that's like an awful lot in 1 month. 6k, 5k. But that's more money than I can spend in 1 month. They're just making, so that's good. But really good. Top sales are doing alright, I would say. Top stock is, but the profit isn't as big as it seems to. Drink sales, okay. You can make a bit more of drinking things than you have other stuff. See that we have a full queue line. Let's try and ask a little bit more monies. As it's still new, so that should be doable. 7.5, all 7.5. We are just buying it. Sounds like a good investment. Loan interest, that should go away. Research is, oh, just on everything. Campaign, vouchers, free drinks. Drinks in general. Run for 12 weeks. That'll be fine. You aren't really making money on drinks anyway. Let's get some vouchers going. Hopefully more people will come to our bar. Not a guarantee, of course, but it would be nice if they did so. Get a decent profit per hour. Not too bad. Not too bad. We need a higher throughput. I don't really think so. You know, the queue line isn't filled up or anything, so it should be alright-ish. Let's actually get a few handymans just to mow grass. Yeah, I know it's a waste of money, but it does at least make everything look a little bit better. So it's sort of that we kind of care about how it looks. Not that we really do, but Let's see if we can make this extension back. Then maybe get a gentle ride from the front to the back. Yeah, sounds like a decent plan to me. Okay. This can be a big mess since there is an export. Okay. Oh. If that is what it seems to be, then this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I have to fix that decoration a little bit, but that's everything. I'm definitely not complaining. Barely touched it. Awesome. Well, let's see if we can make it. Let's actually get a kiosk on this place. Information desk. We need to do a little bit of scenery for that. People do at least know where to go from here. That won't be anything for a while. Monorail, and they can be a bit challengeful to work with, it's my experience. Since they cannot really go from big height. Which is a bit of a shame. But what can you do about it? Not too much. I want to go this over the absolute outer rim of the park, so it doesn't interfere with anything. Yeah, I know it's true that the guests won't be seeing anything. That's correct. But yeah, it's always something, I think. Okay, that isn't really not realistic anymore. Now we have to make way for... No, I like an S-band a little more in this situation. Could make a station here as well. Would that be that terrible already? We can add that later. New ghost train part, okay. Not really something I was waiting for, but I guess it's a nice bonus. That's going to be too big. Seems good. Seems good to me. And where do we build this station? Maybe just get it inside. isn't that bad of an idea actually. It's on +2, so we can still do stuff with it later. We can terraform that later. Make it a little bit neater. Okay, so. Let's see how big this one was. It is 4 tiles long. 4. And then we can go. We're going down again, or yeah, let's go down actually. Okay. Yeah, it would be nice if we can get them exiting somewhere on the same place. That would be nice. If we can achieve that. That's not too bad. But that's much better. Oh, okay. Apparently we need to go one bit lower. Now it makes sense. At least a little bit. To make a bit height even, +4 should be enough, I would say. There's our coaster thinking something else for that. Or we cross it on +2. Could be. I think. Do that. It's not a prettier solution, but it works. Nah, I'm not happy with it. Not happy with it. How can we get around it? Oh, this is difficult actually. Safest park of the country. Okay. Not sure what we did for that. I guess just nothing. How can we do this? Okay, that's just an height difference, I think. Yeah. Left to right, yeah. That's, I think, the best solution that I can come up with. Considering what we were planning to do. Okay. This is going to be pretty straightforward, quite literally, to the other side. Cannot get support that low, of course. So. Okay, that's not going to work then. What is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, just a little bit of terraforming. Why not? Need to get some height anyway in a moment. So. Oh, plus 5 apparently, not plus 6. Entrance, exit, and entrance, exit. That's the only two places that we have. Rest, we have 15 trains. It's going to be enough for a while. Our handyman is busy mowing everything that we have. Wow, ahead. Okay, let's see what we have. This place. Let's actually get rid of some trees real quick. An expensive thing to do, but will make life a whole lot easier in this place. Not good for the environment either. Yeah. That doesn't really look that bad. I was thinking that it would look really horrible. Not too shabby. No one on. Yeah, and now it lines up. Good. So let's open it. And I will not know why it wouldn't work. Let's see, minimum time 7 seconds. Let's see if we get a decent distribution over track. If that would be nice if that was the case. We did actually get quite close to the objective. I think we are only 400 short or so. We didn't really pay too much attention to it. Pretty sure if we had made a bit more of those exciting things, then we could have gone a long way. Top spin. I don't think I have top spin yet. Somewhere placed. It's a really tight fit. Oh, it feels so OP with these tracks, those pathways. If we had that in the original, oh, that would have made life so much easier. But yeah, you cannot use what you don't have. Oh, looping coaster. Oh, this is a real money maker. Can get a bit more. Maybe it's much, but let's see if people come actually back from it. Nope, they're just buying it like if it is nothing. 8.5 euros. I would not have spent it on a tourist attraction. No way. An awful way to patch it up, but it works. Oh yeah. Let's see what we can get in the back of here. There's only one long ride to this place, that's a bit silly. Even for my understanding. It's a stand. Oops. Could also make a path all around the place. Oh wait. Platformer. Oh, that is like a really bad idea to do it in this way. I think. Maybe a little bit less automated. Let's that corner up, that corner. Decent, it's not perfect, but it's decent enough. Yeah, let's make some one pathway across everywhere. Whoa. Okay, that was scary. Get stuck at such a place like that. Just a bit of terraforming. It's allowed, I think. Okay. Okay, let's connect this way to the central place somehow. Oh, that does enter there. Okay. That's not too ideal. Doable. At least spread the load a little bit. Load. Like it is a machine, we are just guests. Let's talk about them like machines. Let's get some height in there. Our objective failed. We needed only 300 more guests. That's like nothing. A park rating of at least 600. We are at 962, which is a lot. I'm pretty sure next time, if we are really going to focus for the objective, we can easily make it. Actually need to go down one more. Okay. Well, I must say I wasn't really expecting that. On the other hand, it does sort of make sense. Like more? Oh boy, it's not going to look pretty at all. Let's see how we can make this pretty. I need to go down one more. Oh, it doesn't even fit. Ooh. Okay, let's go over it. Does it also? Oh, really? Oh, then we'll get the message. Oh, some people are lost. Some people are drowning. Yeah, has drowned. Oopsie. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't give me my objective. Change to brown. Yeah, some of them just need a bit more attention. I think that were all of them. The rest already passed away, kind of. Okay. Yeah, and let's actually flatten the terrain by a lot. We can actually make something useful out of this place. We have the money, so that's not a problem anymore. Oh yeah, so far the idea of building with the terrain instead of getting rid of it. I'm still leaving one slice, so it's still sort of recognizable. Enterprise, okay. That should be enough. Open. More stuff are broken down, which is not ideal, but yeah. See how much can we ask for it? I would say 5.5-ish. Sounds like a lot. The time with rotations, wait for 3/4. With a maximum. Don't think that maximum is going to be a problem, but let's put a maximum on it anyway. Wallet as well, might be handy. Something to eat, or drink actually. Coffee shop. Of course, as someone from the Netherlands, it always means do different things. Oh, that's one. Let's go rather high. We want to do that. Oh, that's doable. Okay, that looks silly, but let's not think too much about it. Magic carpet 2. Okay, I want to have a handyman in this place. It's a rather big place for one handyman. There shouldn't be too much to do here anyway. And I want a mechanic for this place as well. just to make sure that there's always one somewhere in this neighborhood. And a lot of stuff is breaking down at the moment, which isn't ideal. It is understandable, but okay, we are asking too much on this coaster. Makes sense. 7.5 is a lot. Go down to 6.5. Refurbish it. Oh, it's close. It is still quite reliable, but not going to take any chances here. Because it is making a lot of money. I need to get rid of all its guests first. Okay. Come on, takes forever. Does have a bit of a weird definition. All of them out. Apparently they all have to get out of their seats, but that's about it. Leave if another one arrives. Sounds like a good thing for the throughput. Wait for half a load. Maximum time. Never going to find that time. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. And I want to have some balloon cellar in this place. So we can at least identify if someone has been here. Or not. What do we want? We already have yellow, we have green. Let's get blues here. You can at least see that they have been in the castle, which is green. You can see that they have been at the start, which is yellow. And now with blue, they should be in this place as well. Of course, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but in general, that seems to cut it. Landscaping minus 6k. Alright, minus 6k. So that makes at least sense why we lost a bit of money. Let's get some music in this place. Yeah, just a default Roman theme. Nothing too fancy. And some more monies. 2.5 is not too much. That's too much. 2 is still too much. 1.5 is not doing it. I'm not sure. Still too much. Let's keep the €1. It should not have really high cost anyway. So yeah, 50 an hour. Just a default value, pretty much. Observation tower broke down. The burger bar. Okay. Okay, this one just filled up all the way. The Enterprise is also one of those money makers. €5 at the time, only 10 spins. That isn't. It's quite a decent one. Oh, those are scary, those monorails. They say that they cannot bump into one another, but it is close. A little bit too close for my comfort, but yeah. Yeah, it seems to go alright-ish, but it looks a bit scary. The cat. Oh, roto drop. Okay. Invasion tower still hasn't been fixed. Okay, we need to do something about that. Need to organize it a little bit better. Upspin is still broken. That's clearly not the only one with problems. The management department. Wait for... It's raining. Man, it's been a while since that's been raining. 3/4, maximum of 1 minute. Open at 5, I think. Maybe that's a little bit too much, but one way to find out. Can grab at least a little bit more money. Not going when it is raining. Makes sense. I wouldn't go in it as well if it was raining, so cannot afford it, can't afford it. I'm just looking for something like I'm not willing to pay as much for this thing. But I'm not seeing that. So I guess that's a good sign. Okay, one daredevil went in it. The rain. Okay. Go in while raining, not raining, raining. This looks like making me feel sick. Also not so important. Maybe it is a little bit too extreme. Intensity 10.4. That's quite a lot. Let's make it a little bit shorter. Okay. So it's always something with those magic carpets for some reason. Let's close this one as well and get rid of some trains. I think with 7 it can work as well. Then they will also be a little bit, let's say, less scary. I would think that would also save a bit of money in the maintenance. I don't know. How many go in there? Okay. It is a rather big throughput. Okay. I guess that's understandable. Where to go from here? This one seems to have a little bit of difficulties to get people. Because it isn't filling up anymore. And that was one of its specialties during its better moments. Interesting. Let me see something about those cash machines. Customers 180 per hour. Popularity 20%. Not sure how it is calculating that. Satisfaction 75%. So 25% figure out that they are out of money, I think. Going in while it's raining, okay, that all makes sense. How is this one going? Open coaster was great, people are still going in. So actually filled up. Oh yeah, it's been filled up. Those swings aren't doing so good. Not going in while it is raining, cannot find it, but I wouldn't say embarrassing, but surprising. How can you not find it? Oh yeah, it's working. It stopped raining and all of a sudden the cube has filled up. Okay. Let's see where we can go from here. Just a mini maze. Does that fit here? Almost. Yep, almost. but almost is like completely not. Place. I don't like this look of it. Oh, that's the entrance. I was like, wow, there are a lot of them. That was a little bit disappointing. Let's open it. Money wise, 150. Looks like it should do something good. They almost look the exact same, which isn't particularly nice. Have some small bushes. Yeah, we have. Can we do something with the finance cheat? No. 10 walks, clear and check. Business check. Yeah, that's the exact one that I was looking for. So we can actually build on top of different things. Like trees, for example. I'm not sure if that's going to have any negative effects, but oops. Well, again. Really. I do like the fact that we can actually build around trees, which is worth something for me. Like that. So now we can have stuff like this. We can, yeah, plant around the log and stuff like that. Makes it a bit. Maybe not easier to work with, but definitely a lot neater. Yeah, looks good to me. Looks good to me. They're making a hell of a profit. Park rating to 985. I cannot remember seeing it that high in my life, pretty much. No recent rewards, okay. Shall we try to do it for real this time? Go for the objective. It shouldn't be too difficult. There are 2 hours just to get that objective. It sounds doable. Let's switch that real quick. Does also give me the opportunity to take a small break. A small break, I mean about 5 minutes, and then I will be back. So, I still haven't set that up, so we are back. So, and I'm back. So let's let's continue. I noticed that let's keep it on Flint. Sorry, Flint. Flint. Indonesia. Thanks for the follow anyway, it's appreciated. I'm good at butchering names. I'm not getting it or anything like it. So please don't take it personally. Get 2 of those down. Like we noticed in the previous game. Yeah, pretty good at making some money. So, open for what worked, 5.5 or so. Not sure why, but 5.5 worked. And let's get a Egypt style. No, thank you. Wild West theme, like why not? Let's try to set it up a little bit clever. But I don't have to go everywhere. open it and then up the price to 4-ish. Yeah, should do it. Then we have this one, of course. How much can we ask for him? I think also 4-ish would do it. Yes, I only want shops and other things, maximum funding, so we can get to the cash machine as quickly as we can. Despite the fact that it is cheap, it does help keeping the customers around for a longer amount of time. And by doing so, of course, it makes life a bit easier to keep a higher guest amount, I would think. Place a few of those, so everyone should at least know where to find stuff. Rings. This place. I might want to up the price a little bit for drinks, but not too sure about that. That's a clever thing to do. Since obviously food does help a lot by keeping them in the park for a longer amount of time. A clearance. Still really feels like a cheaty, really cheat skill, but it helps so much. Disable support limit. That one is interesting. Okay, for this one it didn't really work. Okay, some benches. We have at least some place to sit and enjoy what they just bought. And hopefully don't leave a big mess place. This one just a tiny little bit cheaper than the other places. Okay. $150 can go to 4, I think. Continue the road. Just to make it a little bit easier to work with. Then extend this as well. Just to make a bit more of a connection with the rest of it. Shouldn't really pay off right now, but in the long term will give a bit more of an accessible space to it. Are we asking too much? I'm not going to pay that much. Okay, that's clear. €3. Want something more thrilling. Carpet 2 is great, more thrilling. €3. Looks like it's going to work. See what else that we have our disposal. So, custom design, that will take a bit too much time. Cookie shop, okay. Spiral maze. It's a little bit too big. Mini maze now. Yeah. Open, give it a little bit of a different look. Ice blocks, no. Bench. Plain entrance, it looks a little bit better in my opinion. 150 for starter amount. This one isn't really doing great, like not at all. Going for something more friendly, okay. Yeah, that can happen, of course. We had a cookie shop. Cookie shop. Mm-hmm. 150 guests right from the start. Let's see if we can keep this going for a while. There is an option somewhere that you can complete default sound device. Could have been this one for a long time. Okay. Enable early scenario completion. Yep. That's one that we want to have. It doesn't always make a lot of sense to wait another hour to complete it. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, of course, if we cannot keep it up, I would say. This one, it does have to be a little bit less than the one in front. Yeah, at least we know which one broke down. Okay. This one hardly getting anything. And I have no clue why that is the case. Weird. Just weird. Let's see, how are the expenses? Right tickets plus 600. I think that's going to up to 700. We have lost 1200 in this month. Minus 1000, okay. That's actually quite a lot of money. But knowing that we have a loan till I think 20,000 to 30,000 just as headroom, that's not too bad. Cash minus the loan, negative. Mark value skyrockets. The weekly profit is around what we would expect. Also more entering on this Magic Carpet 1 instead of Magic Carpet 2. That's good. It's good. Ooh. Splash Mine, this is a big one. A little bit too big and way too expensive for us. It does have a really high excitement rating versus the intensity rating, so that's some good design. Okay, let's do the same trick with the balloons that we did in the last game. Going for red one in front and safest park in the country. That's great. Shall we do green? The toxic acid green. First it's green, okay. Okay. Up sandwich, okay. Seems to be doable. We are skyrocketing at the moment, which is great. It's good since that means that we can get maybe one of those bigger, better roller coasters. But that's like in the future. Definitely not right now. We need to either get rid of our loan, which would be nice if we were to play this for years, not just a few evenings. But we have seen in our previous game that getting rid of our loan isn't really that big of a deal. Say our loan interest is now rounded off 60 a month, which we only have like 6 months in a year we really have to consider, and the challenge is a 4-year period. So that would mean that 6 would be 300, just over 1,000 of interest that we have to pay. And we need to pay 10k to get rid of it. That's not viable for 4 years. If we were to go for 10 years or so, then it would be a different story. Kind of. Let's say 10 years. I think it's even longer. Is it 10 years? That would be 3,500 ish. So 20 years, 22 years. Then it does become viable. You don't have a loan anymore, okay? That's definitely not what I was expecting. Considering that we got rid of the loan in the previous game Yeah. Interesting. Interesting to say the least. So those are doing a good job. Let's increase the throughput a little bit. Or in other terms, decrease the swings. Because if it doesn't have to swing as much, then it won't take as long. And hopefully will generate a little bit more monies. Okay, the park is filling up. Like, this is a steep increase for what I'm normally doing. I think at my current normal pace, 20th of May, first year, I would be at 200 guests if I was just playing for fun and not the objective. It's rather surprising. I can go back to a euro. This one can go down. Nobody is going in it. Same as for this one. 3 euros. For some reason, Magic Carpet is always doing it great, no matter where you place it. Also, I decreased the spins there, just to get a slightly higher throughput. Lower the price on the maze, same story. Ferris wheel isn't on the ground, okay. We haven't placed this one apparently. Nope. Open and ask 20 cents more. It's still like 6 customers for every 5 that pay, so slightly better. Oh, you went in and interesting. Oh, you went in and out again. Oh, they only go per 2 on one bench. That's tricky. Really sneaky. But could be worse. Okay. Okay, so we have stabilized now on 1000 monies. Which is decent. We're still losing money. A toffee apple stall, okay. Let's just load a little more money. That's not how you do it in real life, kids. But it works in game. Open it. Ask a little bit more. Just curious to see if we can do that. Okay. More food and stuff. Golf. They're relatively big. A little bit too big, in my opinion. It doesn't make anything. What else do we have? Elevation tower. Why not? A little bit height, not too much, as that just takes too long. Open and ask a bit more. 1.5 euros. Sounds sort of what we can do. Not entirely sure though. People seem to buy it. So that it is good enough. Great. Oh, that's the exit. That's even better. Simply because it means that we can make a longer queue. So this one is testing for a while. Get rid of those awful colors. Like I have no clue who thinks that there are some pretty colors, but boy, please. It looks already a lot better. Money-wise, 2.5. Yes, that is feasible. Open. Let's see how many that's going to attract on this side. Continuous, okay. Wait for full load. Never maximum. Of 20 seconds. 2.5. They are happily buying that. That's good. That's really good. Which means we are doing a good job. Chip shop. Why not? Let's get a few more benches and stuff. Some pins. I don't get bored in those. Ooh. We are really doing good once again. Can we do something in here for the throughput? Time limit 1 minute. Okay, that's fine. 20 seconds, that's awfully short. People are going in it. Just for a ride of 20 seconds. Oh no. That's just silly. They accept that. We can get a pathway underneath. Yep, we can. Handy, since then we can expand a little bit more. Connect this with the rest of the castle. Or at least try to. Okay. Edit the terrain a little bit. Good. A little bit of a weird way to get there. As long as they aren't complaining, then I'm not complaining. And then it is fine. Oh, that's scroll, okay. Still looking for that. That button to fix the turnaround things. Still haven't found it, so if it is there, then it is pretty well hidden. Up this to, let's say 4 and a little bit. Up sandwich. Okay. You have the safest, most beautiful country. Okay. If they say so. Can ask a bit more here, that's for sure. Yes, the queue has filled up. We can lower prices on these, if nobody is going in it. One and one and one. Those prices are pretty sad since it isn't making any profit. Moment. No thoughts about it. 70 cents then. We are losing money, and yeah, that's simply because of the loan that we have. Yeah. Not my problem. It is all well spent, so that's not the biggest issue, at least. Doing for magic carpet 8. 1. 1 is Dutch. Oopsie. Let's make a really awful but design with a really high throughput. Then to the left. Okay. Well, it's not as worse as I was trying to make it, to be honest. It still looks decent. Testing it, yes. There's not really something that can go wrong on these, but you never know. Always keep testing them. See, wait, increase that a little bit at the maximum, wait for quarter load, and force too much, I think. And this should be fine. Curious to see what happens if it comes down and isn't being emptied yet. We'll just wait, or it will bump in and explode and do all fancy stuff. It will just wait. Okay. Open. And first guest is in. That was quick. Okay. I do think the price is right for this log thingy. That flood of customers. Okay, that one needs to lower a bit the price so people start getting in there once again. So there are a few that are just walking around, since I see one guest or two guests here with the green balloons, which means that they have been in this corner. Interesting, definitely. This one is making some profit now. 2.8k an hour hasn't really brought there its costs, but within an hour it should do so. Hopefully we ain't gonna see that hour passing by, but putting glasses, yeah, why not? In the bathroom, why not? I guess they also need to do the peeing at some moments. T-shirt stall. Sounds like from here. Ooh. Okay, we can ask a bit more. Can go for €4. I don't see them coming back, so that's... Yeah, they're happily paying them. Can go to 5. Just a matter of experimentation. Yeah. So we are doing something good in here. Okay. Can we go to 6? No way. Let's see for another log. What's happening? Are they going to do 6? No way, man. They're doing €6 or something like this. That's so much of a better investment than a wooden roller coaster or stuff like that. Okay. That's something to learn from. Can we go for 7? There's no way. No way that they pay €7 for this. Okay, I do. Let's lower that medium. 5 seconds. Hopefully they don't get too close onto one another. That's doable. Yeah, sounds like a decent throughput to me. So they don't get stuck in the logs too long. Yeah. I think we can go even higher. We go for 8. There's no way. I would never pay €8 for stuff like this. I think some customers are thinking this. Oh, it was great. It was great. They are only saying that it was great. So yeah, I guess it's alright to ask this much. These are mental prices, man. There's no way. €9? I cannot afford it. Okay, that's a good message. Because that means that he has spent all his money. It was great, it was great. They are still able to do it. Okay. €10. It's still saying it's great, it's great. Not saying it is good value. We're going to 11? There's no way. Not paying that much. Okay, that's clear. And 10 seems to be the golden place for it. Coffee apple stall. Okay. Still, I'm not paying that much. No, they are getting out of it. It was great, great. I think €10 for now is a good spot to be. I know from experience, the further you get into your game, the less likely it will be that they fall for the trick. Then you have just to lower your prices and then it will move out once again. Seems to be too expensive. I'm not paying that much for Crystal 1. That one is just too expensive at the moment. Paying for this one, I think. Lower it to 3. Okay. How about this? Want to get off? Oh, wait for a full load or something. Oh, there's nothing to add in here. Not paying that much. Okay, let's go down to 2 then. This is a money maker. And I thought that was a really bad idea to get this log thingy. Okay, it's mental. Can we get a mini coaster from somewhere? Vehicle design not available. Ride performance may be affected. Yeah, makes sense. Wow, this one is big. Okay. Different design, select our lower right. There's a button, for those who don't know. I select something to buy. Of course I can switch between all the normal rides and stuff. There's also select another ride button, which will get me back straight into this this window, which is really handy. Like all these simple things, they weren't available in the original. At least I didn't remember of it. And I did remember the shit to go through, yeah, wasn't great. Mini golf. I can't put it down somewhere. Still a little bit expensive though. Oh well, why not? Maybe up the price a little bit so it will make its money back someday. A really big someday, but yeah. What can you do about it? I've been thinking about this. Not going in while raining. Raining, it's all about rain. I think it's the same here. That's great, I'm not going in when raining. Okay. Does make sense. That does make sense. ICT stall. Okay. I want to get real rides, I think. Yeah. Thrill rides as well. How are we doing profit-wise? We did make a profit last month. Now we are spending more than... actually not that much more than we get money-wise. So. Money-wise we are doing, I would say, decent. Guest-wise we are over the halfway mark for a long time. Yeah, we just need a bit more. Yeah, just a bit more guests. A log flume. It's a relatively small design. Just need a little bit more money. Do a test first. Shouldn't be a problem anyway. You never know. ICT stall. Let's see how they set it up. Continuous with block section mode, okay. That's good. Where is that block section? Oh, okay, this is the block break section we are talking about, okay. It's a little bit awfully set up, but I guess it works. Coupon, €2. I think we can easily ask free for it. Yeah, we only need like 550 more guests, and that's not really that much. We need more. And it is steady at the moment. Yeah, it is steady. So there's a big growth at the start. It's kind of come to an end, sadly. But you can get that back. Once you get, I think, another thrill ride or initial research, okay. Like, they have put down pretty much everything right now. I think we have managed the prices a little bit good enough, at least. Oh, this one is is losing money. The income is zero per hour. So nothing has gone in here. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I guess just nobody wants to get into a haunted house. Makes sense, but oh well. Oh, they are making just one big turn. Okay. I was curious what was going on. Oh. All of a sudden we are getting more guests. Park rating roughly nearly in the 900. That will be good to keep the customers here. I think we can add a little more scenery to it. Make it seem to look a little bit more nicer. Not sure if it helps, but for the ID it does help. 1,000 guests, well over 1,000 right now. On the 26th of October, we will have a swinging inverted ship. Ooh, they are good. They will give a big boost to our sales and to our guests as well, most likely. Okay, let's wrap some terrain here. So we can access this space as well from the other side. That would definitely be nice. A nice addition to the park. Not entirely sure how many are actually going to follow this path. Sometimes you just don't need to think, you just have to do it. Let's get at least something here, just for in case that they are going this way. Great. So, choose place here. Just something simple. Let's see, where shall we put those, I was about to say. And let's lower a little bit. Those prices, if they have run out of guests. Inverted swing. Clean out. Decent queue line, not too big. Since that doesn't really have any benefits. Add the money to €4 or so. I think this one is still going great for that crazy price that we are asking for it. Yeah, I still remember from the original that this was the only piece of music you had in game. Which of course didn't make any sense. Open. Here they can go for 3.5. Yeah. Oh, there's golf. Can we adjust some things? Yeah. Not really. Check the price. Up that a bit, maybe. Okay, that ginormous storm of guests has ended, sadly. But I think now with the inverted swing, that is going to, yeah, happen once again. There's the arrow. Great. Let's hire 3 handymen just for mowing grass. Since it might actually make it look a little bit nicer. Not much, just a little bit, that would be great. Yes, of swings. Yes, please. Oh boy, how much profit has it made? 7.6k profit. And just one of those. Oh man. Actually not that bad. I'm still making stuff, building stuff, doing some terrain stuff, landscaping, and we are still making profit. Don't ask me how, but we are still doing it. Okay. 400 guests left to go. Also that unit this one isn't doing that bad. 3.5? Not sure, maybe that's too much. I don't think I'm going to take that, to be honest. Apparently, they do. Okay. Oh man, this one is filled up like completely. Lower the swings a little bit. We might want to build something other. Drilling thing close to it in a moment. Upspin. Sounds like something you can place here. Just like we were talking about it. Such a big queue. I think we can put it on 4.5. You can actually place a few different ones, you notice. We can have a beginner one, we can have a mental one, we can have a few in here. Oh, it needs to close first, okay. Answer no. Open. Go for 4.5 as well. But then there will be one for everyone, pretty much. Okay, the beginner one isn't in our favor here. Okay. What are they saying? I'm not paying that much, okay. Clear. Go for 3.4. Let's see if they are going to add something to it. Paying that much, and I see people going in, so I think we have a decent price for it. Oh, stereo. The stereo sound apparently. I thought it was just mono sound. That seems to get through on the stream as well. Just experimenting. See if we have a left and a right track, which we see that we do. Mostly left. Yeah. Now it should go to, yeah, pretty much even. Then it should be mostly right. Yeah. Okay. I was just looking on my OBS audio mixer, just real quick, to see which sides were used, and it does give a really good view of it. Come on, come. Kiosk. Information kiosk. Here as well, it might be handy. It's when they go underground, it's a pretty long walk to get all the way here. We actually get rid of a little bit of our loan. It's not that we have to, but I think we do have enough for a while now. Now April 1st, yeah, that's the first month of the year or so. Yes. Ah, okay. Notifications. Okay. That's park. Order item has died. No, I don't have to see that. Crashed, warnings, research, that's handy. Oh, park to watch. Park warnings? Park rating warning, okay. Interesting. The rain ended, and straight away people are getting into the factions. Oh. Okay. How are these going? They are going meh. They're doing it, but they are not really mental, if you ask me. I was expecting a little bit more. So out of that, green. Let's get one more balloon stall here with yellow, not that bright yellow, or gold, so we can follow our guests around a little bit. $1,200, so that's only just less than 300 to go. That's a bit sad of this middle section. Otherwise, we would have gotten a pretty high steep on nearly everything, every time. Let's get the export one in the middle. Like, why not? Beginner Berserk mode. Awesome. Go to 4. Maybe that's going to be a bit much. We will see that in a moment. People are going in. 4.5. Let's see what they are going to think about it. I'm just getting rid of my shoes, in case you were wondering. I cannot afford it, okay. That's not a bad message. Or not bad at all. As soon as we are going to see that they cannot, they don't want to pay that much, then we have a problem. Just looking makes me feel sick. Okay, that's at least a clear opinion. The 4.5 looks alright. Or at least it doesn't sound like it's too much or anything. Okay, we are asking too much for it right now. 8.5, 8.5 will do. So it's like the first month or so that you can ask a ton of money for tourist attraction or just anything in general. And I believe after another 6 months then well, it isn't new anymore and you cannot ask as much for it as you could have done. And I think then after a year it does also decline one more time. Which is why we, for example, have to lower prices on things like this pirate ship or on the magic carpets that we have done a few times. And that's why you have to do that. Otherwise people will just go somewhere else. They will spend their money anyway on some kind of attraction. But yeah, if it doesn't have to go that way, then better to spend their money on something else. See if I can use the other tag on it. Let's put it on Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. It does have a whole lot more tags to it, so that might help a bit. I think Roller Coaster Tycoon is a bit more established than Open RCT2, despite the fact that it is kind of the same thing, only with a different launcher. This can be an issue. But yeah, it might might have something to do with it. $990 for park rating. That's it's quite high. It's really high. Oh, we see. We have the Enterprise. Just open. Does it have different modes? No. Okay. Money's €4. I think we'll do it for a while. But yeah, that log thingy is doing its job once again. Losing a lot of money. Sorry. We're making a really good profit, despite the fact that we are building a lot and yeah. What is going to be the next thing? The cash machine. Of course, right at the moment that we don't need it anymore. But let's put it down in some places anyway. Since it is really handy long term. Not that we need it long term, or not. If that's not likely anymore. Yeah. Maybe put one somewhere here in the middle. So it's one big mess, this part. It does function really well. Oh, new line has filled up, but we can ask more. With less spins. Does make a big difference though. 10 spins or 12 spins. It's higher throughput, that's what matters. 5 euros. 516 is 50. 75, 80 ish. Yeah, it's 80 euros just from one thing that got activated. We might actually get rid of our loan. Park rating is lowered quite a lot all of a sudden. But it's still high enough. Like, really high enough. Get a few bins out here. And televisions in queue line. Make life a little bit easier. Not that we really matter about that. Yeah. Just 200 more guests. It would be nice if we could, moral-wise, if we can get rid of the loan. Of course, it doesn't have to be that way, but it would be nice if we had the opportunity for that. Okay. So. I'm not really someone who wants to wait for an objective to happen. Let's get to a more quieter area of the park. We don't get all the screams and stuff. Oh, really? Oops. Okay, let's make a move to the other side of this place, which is a real big mess. Yes, I'm aware of that. Get at least an information thingy in here, so people might know where to go. Good house. Something in me wants to give this another try. And something is now instantly regretting that. Okay. Like, it's quite a nice environment, but it's a pain to work in. Open. I think we can do it even for half the price, and then hopefully someone is going to go in here. Come on. Boy. Yes. Success. Roto drop. Oh, that's this one. Okay. Let's get that one as well. Make it not too high, because that will only scare away people, like we have seen in previous ones. Your carpet broke down once again. This one can get opened. €2 for something all the way in the back of the park. This is definitely good enough for me. A Ferris wheel the way. Well, that does at least finish this enormous track. Chip shop and something for along the way to make life a bit easier. Also to throw away some stuff. Hire a little bit more stuff. The park is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's get one more balloon stand here. Which color shall we do here? Purple ones? Yeah, why not? Oh, it's one big mess, but it works. Mostly. Thank you, carpet. You get it a little cheaper once again. I think it was great. Just not a lot of people there. Okay. 20 cents for a bathroom break. That's reasonable. Oh, this one is also still doing great. So let's see if we can get rid of our loan within 60 guests. Something tells me that it's going to be doable. Really tight. Only 50 more, so every 10 guests we have to make 1,000 euros. Yeah. I think that was a little bit too ambitious. Actually do that. Okay. We tried to get rid of the loan, which we actually can. We cancel that. We'll save another 300 this month, so maybe. Right, running cost still going to be subtracted from it. Yeah, only 23 guests more to go. There is actually a way to increase the game speed, but yeah, that ruins the idea a little bit. More to go. Oh, we ain't gonna get rid of our loan. That's not the end of the world. I think if we didn't make this back section, then we would have done it easily. But this is not a 500. The road on its own is most likely going to be 100 or 6-7-ish, 2 shops, and to maybe 2-3,000, which is exactly what we still need right now. The early completion, yeah, there it is. Yay! Great. That's a lot of balloons, man. That's really bad for the environment. You have achieved the objective with a company value of 172,500. That's quite a good job. So that should do it. Well, park rating value, it's really awful. That's good. This is a really nice steep climb from the start. Also really good. This should easily be runnable for... Oh man. I'm not going to bother with all of them. We still have somewhat of a life left. Yeah. But we did this. I'm not sure if doing scenarios will unlock new ones like I did on the original one, which I refer to as the first roller coaster tycoon. Only one way to figure that out actually. To save this one. Complete. And see what we have here. Nope. Don't get new parts. I'm a little bit sad. Okay. Challenging. This one isn't that difficult actually. Only double what we had to do this time. Okay. Electric fields. We have at least 700 guests by the end of October of year 2. Okay. Park rating at least 600. That's doable. And 1100 after year 3. Okay. Those two are both doable. So that's the most important part. Real parks, other parks. Build your own. 3,500 guests in 6 years. That's repay your loan and achieve a park value of at least 7,000. Oh, man. Yeah. So I think, looking at what we did today, we didn't complete one scenario. We actually did quite a lot. We terrained in one before we did the real challenge. I think for next week on Monday we will most likely go into one big custom scenario is a big word, but one big scenario which we can work on for several streams and just make a nice park out of them. Not necessarily a lot of profit, difficult achievements or anything like that. Just have fun and basically do sandbox mode. Sandbox is a little bit cheaty, if you ask me. So yeah, that was it for today. Tomorrow I will be back with more Lotro. 2 days after we will be back with more Lotro as well. And somewhere in the weekend I will be editing away on some Minecraft content, or at least the Minecraft programming content. I hope, since there is quite a big challenge for me at work to finish a project. Yeah, we shall see if I can make it to stream on my usual time. If I don't, then sorry in advance. So for now, have a great day, night, evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow with a little bit of Lotro. Have fun and bye bye.